Welcome everybody, this is Brothermutant here. Today we're going to continue our quest with Eldritch and a ragtag team of subcasters. If you recall from our last episode, we were inside of Trollbald. This is the troll slash kobold kingdom, so to speak. We are halfway through, I'd say, with that map. Let's jump back into it, shall we? Now, because we know there's going to be a big fight here, you know, we got the king of all trolls here, and of course Tartuk as well. I'm assuming we're fighting both. I actually know we're going to be fighting both for that matter. That does mean that before we get to that actual fight, we will probably be resting one more time. So we've rested once, and then we'll have to rest yet again. Now, you could push your luck if you want. I don't recommend it. As you can see, we're already still wounded. So giving a little bit of healing goes a long way, but so does using things like scrolls to top us off, so to speak. He's not amazing at it, but he can use every last one of them, so it is something of note. Feel free to use the smaller ones on the less wounded characters, and of course the biggies for someone that's taking a beating. Even that wasn't enough really to cap her off, see? Last one, and I'm willing to spend anyway. Perfect. Okay. Do a quick save on that.
I will protect.
Now we want to make sure that Ekandayo, of course, doesn't have his gear on. Remember, he needs to be the one that makes this check.
Be on guard. Done.
Okay. Put his gear back on. Now, we have rested up officially, so we can go right back inside. Quick save before we do that, just in case we have mud for some reason. We're leaving stuff outside. I'm okay with that. We've actually went through this gear to make sure it's not something we want to keep. We'll get it, of course, before we leave, especially the magic stuff, because it's worth so much money. We're going to sell that stuff off for sure. But we'll go through everything as we leave the area. Now, we've taken off half the base. There's 2 floors to this base. So, pause it. One half was this side here, which, by the way, we have a trigger that we need to hit over here. I want to say it was a fish. We need to go do that before we forget. Let's actually head over there now. Sun disk, yes. And I think it's the fish because, again, if we go to the next layer, the next floor down, then that's the one where we saw the big glowing fish symbol on this side of the map, no less. So I assume that that's the one we're going to turn it to. Now, I could be wrong. I assume that there's another trap or trigger on the other side. And again, nothing wrong with that either. But something's clearly going to be over here. 2 parts of the puzzle, maybe even more. So as you can see, we have little icons here. And this is our face / sun disk, it specifically said. No, it doesn't look like a sun to me. Maybe it is. And there's our fish. And a distinct click is audible from somewhere beneath the floor. So it sounds to me like we've done something. Now the question is do we want to go back down and keep going on the same side? Well, we have this entire side over here we've yet to do anything with. We have a whole huge area over here, just as long, just as complex and complicated, I would assume, as the fights that we had on this side. So we definitely want to go over here, finish them off. Same with the downstairs. We finished the far right side, maybe even a little bit in the middle, not so much on the left. So it makes sense to finish both sides before we delve deeper into this base. So, since we don't know what we're getting into, we should probably err on the side of caution and buff up a little bit. So let's actually step up here, everyone's up here into the sunlight. And start thinking about how we're buffing up. Well, let's grab our long-term buffs first off. So he's going to grab himself mutagen. Notice we have bark skin, and we can cast that now on anybody. Same with shield spells, same with blur. That's going to be to our advantage. Valerie, my main character, and Harem are all going to get bark skin. That's an hour-long buff for us. That's amazing. Harem has the ability to make the front line immune to poison. That's a multi-level buff for how many hours it lasts. So amazing for us and our team. Now it's not everybody, but until we get communal delay poison, that'll have to do. We have other buffs besides. We're not remotely done yet. I'm just trying to get a feel for how he sits. Weapon buff.
Quiet.
He has the ability to cast shield spell. Now, it won't work, if I understand this correctly, it won't work on Valerie because she has a shield. Same with Harem, whichever is the biggest number is the one that wins. It's already at +4 already. So the shield spell won't do us any good. Now I could cast it on my character, but I already did, so why bother? The reason we grabbed it for him was so that he literally had the ability to cast it on him and the rest of the team in the back ranks. Now why would we want to do that? Well, why wouldn't you want to do it? Is my question for you, really. It's protecting everybody. Yes, they're going to get hit. They're not likely to get hit. But that's not the point, really, is it? We want to make sure we're protected. Just like so. So now these guys were all protected reasonably well. She can even do a reduced person on herself and should do so. He can even upgrade his pet. We'll have to do that as well. Now, before we go further, let's take a look at our characters here and see what they have. Okay, I have a protection ring. She does not. She does have cold protection. I have natural armor here, so you see it's not stacking. So I have natural armor enhancement, the bark skin. So if I want, I should be taking this off. Now yes, there's poison, sleep, and paralysis bonuses on there, but why not give it to somebody else that could benefit from it? He has an amulet already, so he doesn't need it. And she has Imp Skid. Now that's dodge. That works beautifully for her. And that's a +2, so we'll give that to him now, so it's better off. Because I'm not wearing anything, might as well give me at least a +1. Why am I doing this? Because again, I want to have everybody as buffed up as I can. So who needs rings? He's got one, he doesn't. That's better armor for him. Remember, he has no deflection on him right now. None of them in the front rank does. But he does have the ability to do this. It doesn't last long, sadly. But for the next 4 minutes, my front line has never been tougher. Remember, she's at not only a 32, but she's at a 32 plus 3 more when she's dodging because she's fighting defensively. So she's at a solid 35 now to her armor. She's at 31. He's at a 27, which I'll grant you is not amazing, but it's there. He's at a 27. She's at a 26, and he's at a 25. Now again, there's reasons that they're in the back rank because they straight up suck. And of course, Doggo, we can't really do a whole lot for him anyway. So we've done roughly what I wanted to do. Do a quick save on that so I don't have to mess with it again. The loot taken from neighboring villages is piled here in a heap of trash. So they're still looting and pillaging our land. There's some treasure. That's a soot blackened gloves. That's a part of a story quest. For those of you that don't know, let me pause it real quick so we don't lose our buffs. For those of you that don't know, there's 2 different kinds of gear that you're going to get that drop that are going to be piecemeal. One example is these, like the soot blackened gloves. These literally are part of a story. You find all the pieces, you take them to the storyteller, he'll tell you a story, he probably gives you some money for it, he'll definitely give you XP for it. And again, you definitely want to find all of them. Say with pieces like this, the shard of the Knight's Bracers or this Dwarven Helm shard, you find all the pieces of whatever one we're talking about. There's rings, there's necklaces, there's the bracers that you're seeing here, there's scraps for cloaks and all kinds of other weird shit besides. You find all of them, and the storyteller will tell you how many pieces there are, not where they're at, but you have to find them. You find all of them, you give them to the storyteller, and he will craft them back into the original whatever they were. In this case, some Dwarven Helm, which is a pretty badass helm, by the way. And again, some of these are going to be some items that are just random, like, who cares? And there's going to be some that are like, oh, that's nice, I'll totally sell that. But it's still one of those where you will enjoy having the XP for him crafting all these things. So let's actually get into this now. Cutscene. Little bitty trolls. Far Borba here. Borba want to kill Daddy? Why kill Daddy, Borba? That convinces rock trolls, smaller than Kargad. Karga. The trolls who have just appeared seemingly from nowhere look small, though they are small only in comparison to a mature rock troll. Their height equals that height of a grown man. Yeah, small being a relative term. Borba want to kill Daddy? Borba got wrong. Borba bad. Ekin silently raises his bow. The trolls don't run away. Instead, they stare at him with offended expressions. Want to kill us too, Borba? So we have choices here. Obviously, we're good. Not neutral good, per se, but we are good. Stop Ekin. You can say, wait, Ekin, it was Kurgud who murdered your family, not his children. They stand innocent before you. Killing them now will make you the very thing you loathe. Lower your bow before it's too late. After several strange seconds, Ekin does as commanded, if half-heartedly. You are here to help my vengeance. Oh, you, he mutters, almost as if reminding himself. Let's go now. Don't want to see them anymore. He nods in the direction of the drop trolls. You performed a neutral good action. So they left. Oop. And in comes Pop Pop. Yeah, that's Kurgud. That's the big bastard. And he's tough. This is a rock troll. Again, tougher than the regular trolls. Doesn't mean he's immune to fire and acid, but remember, light will turn him to stone. So obviously the whole reason of this being out here is we can drag him into it and it'll penalize him, so to speak. And even with her having protection, he's still swinging with a plus 20, man. Alright, whoa! Okay, screw that noise. Val just went down with 2 hits. That's impressive. Oh, I forgot to cast Blur on her. I'm an idiot.
Yes.
That's why we have this, too. So we can literally cast Blur on her so that she literally has a 20% chance to just straight up be missed. So just because she's tough doesn't mean she's that tough. And I am not seeing her fight defensively, which seems wrong somehow. I'm wondering if I'm doing that wrong because her toggle's still on. Maybe I should be reading that. Alright. Let's pause this for a second. I want to check that. See, because she has... minus repelling attack, how many we're supposed to do dodge, plus 3 if we have mobility of 3, which we do. I'm fighting defensively instead. She should have fighting defensively on. Right here. It's not lighting up for some reason, and I don't know if that's because she has a shield. Doesn't say anything about needing there to be one hand free or anything like that. So I should be able to fight defensively, I think. It's just not giving it to me. Now, I don't want to deal with this doofus, that's obvious. Until we get out here. But he is quick and zippy.
A solid plan.
Now, if I really wanted to take this doofus out fast, which of course I do, we want to hit him with auto-hit moves that are solid. I could possibly trip him up with a grease spell. Got him on that one. Nice work, team. Nice work. The troll utters a hoarse sound and falls thunderously. Dark, sticky blood oozes from his wounds. He tries to raise his hands to defend himself, but is able only to clench his fist. He snaps his jaws in one last effort to devour you. Suddenly he goes still. Done, Ekin sighs, lowering his bow, and you are not sure if he's talking about the troll's death, about his completed vengeance, or about his own mental state. In the dim light, it seems to you that Ekin's eyes lose their usual spark. Several wrinkles seem to disappear from his forehead. The ranger comes closer to the defeated troll and stares at the corpse with contempt. His lips are pressed into a thin line, his fists clench, and his knuckles are white. Without a word, Ekin raises his leg and delivers a great kick into the side of the rock troll. This effort must have been painful for the ranger, but not a single muscle moves in his face. His expression is a frozen mask of rage and suffering, and the pain from the hit fades in comparison. Done, Ekin repeats quietly, turning to you. Thank you, friend. Your help was priceless, he shrugs. From now on, your questions will be answered if you still want them. You deserve that. Right on. Okay. Save on that. Ooh, we got a belt. Belt of physical might. Con and strength. Now hers is currently con. Let's actually upgrade her so she has a better swing, does more damage. He could use this. Give him more hit points and better fortitude saves as well. I don't mind that. And I have mine. We have other people that need belts. name of Jubilost. But I think we're doing alright. Alright, everybody go past the grease trap here. Now, hopefully you don't have to fight his kids. We just scared them away. But I must admit, I'm not a big fan of leaving the troll kids to come back to kick our ass, but it was the good thing to do, I suppose.
You can thank me now.
I should be saving before I try to click on that stuff.
Look ahead.
Ooh, scroll of fireball. Another helmet piece, as well as a what was it? Scroll of divine power times 2. What are you, sir? Divine power times 2 info. Clearly a cleric scroll is my guess. Level 7. Doesn't last very long. Calling upon the divine power of your patron, you imbue yourself with strength and skill in combat. You gain a +1 luck bonus on attack rolls, weapon damage, strength checks, and... Oh, okay, I get this one. I've seen this before in Neverwinter Nights too. Divine power in that one gives you just straight up strength. They're giving you stuff that mimics strength, as you can see. Luck bonus to attack bonus. Luck bonus to your damage. Strength bonus, or luck bonus to your strength checks and your strength-based skill checks. That's athletics. And again, to a maximum of +6. This is so that if you have that belt of giant strength +6, 7, or 8, or whatever on your character, you're not using this for no good reason. 10 hit points besides. A decent ability, doesn't last long, but man, it turns you into a monster on the battlefield for a short period of time. You can see how this one would be fun on a cleric. Pretty nice spell. I want to drop some stuff just because we're heavy. Yeah, I feel good about that. Okay. That was pretty nice. It'd be better to not ascertain what or whom this stew is made of. Ah, boo. You got people stew going on here, bro. That's gross. We got over here a dead horse. The room is filled with a sickening stench of carrion.
This requires your attention.
Okay. Ooh, hell yeah, we'll take all that. And we got a bronze dwarven key.
Tread light.
That's for. We got a door here that's locked. Let's do a quick save.
Stop. Look.
Perception check seated. Ooh. So we got a dwarven body. A bunch of dead pigs. What is that stuff? It was told us. I just picked up a On the Nature of the Divine. Another Torix pendant. Not bad, not bad. Okay, let's do prices again. A lot of those helmet pieces. I wonder how many you need to forge the helmet. We have a dwarf here to interact with. Looks like he's missing some bits. Dying dwarf. You see a pile of mutilated bodies reaching nearly to the ceiling. The bodies used to be humans, dwarves, cows, sheep, and God knows what else. Some corpses look fresh. Others have already started to decompose, filling the passage with a heavy, sickening stench. The trolls probably use this corner as a meat storage. Ew. Dying dwarf. You're ready to pass by, but suddenly you notice some weak movement near the edge of the pile. Having a closer look, you understand one of the corpses is not exactly a corpse yet. A bare-chested dwarf moves his lips silently, staring blindly at the ceiling. His chest has some bite marks left by a huge jaw. Jeez. And he has no legs. They seem to have been bitten off at the knees. Oh, man. Let us grant the gift of quick death to this unfortunate soul and take revenge to those monsters who made him suffer. Let's leave this miserable sufferer alone. He's on the verge of non-existence, so let him make it his own last step into oblivion. Ekman pulls an arrow out of the quiver. Mercy, he says, pointing towards the dying dwarf. Examine the dying dwarf. The dwarf definitely looks like he will not make it. He has lost a lot of blood, and his horrible wounds would have killed any other person long ago. The fact that he still clings to life is either a miracle or his own unthinkable stubbornness. Yeah, I'm going to finish him off, guys. We could heal the dwarf, or try to. We are chaotic good, though, finishing the dwarf off. Poor Sod has had enough. At least we can release him from his suffering. The dwarf dies quickly and quietly. You leave his body, hoping his soul will find peace wherever it is now. The dwarf dies quickly. Ekman says, exhales loudly and nods. Right choice. It's tough, but it's right. Yeah, I'm going to have to agree on that one. Oh, this mad dwarf had been trying to cast an ancient curse on you. What did that just say? It's good you managed to stop him. Oh, hell. Probably didn't know what he was doing. He's probably thinking it was the damn trolls coming back to kick his ass. That sucks, man. That's just not cool at all. Alright, let's save after that. Oh. Oh. Cobalt Artist. What's this about?
The path is clear.
He's friendly. An odd cobalt sits in front of the wall. His scales snout and especially hands are covered with something akin to a blend of tar and what seems to be rancid, mud-colored filth. Occasionally, the kobold plunges his hands into the clay pot nestled beside him, grabs a handful of paint, quotes, and slowly smears it on the wall. But he's making some kind of mural. Judging by the odor, I can tell exactly what the main ingredient in this paint is. Oh, dude, he's using shit paint. Cute. The unintelligible smears gradually resolve into a crude drawing of a huge kobold striking a heroic pose. There are many smaller figures surrounding him, but you can't tell who they might be. The kobold continues with his strokes. He doesn't seem to have noticed you, or perhaps he's just too lost in his work. What is that? Fine art as performed by kobolds? Valerie wrinkles her nose in disgust. In the Order of Shellen, I was taught that all art is precious, but what would my mentors say were they here to see this? Feh. We can attack him, leave him alone. Yeah, I really don't want to attack the guy if he's not doing anything harmful. Let's watch the kobold. The kobold continues in a strange state that seems to be somewhere between deep meditation and a trance. He raises his paint-smeared hands to the wall, makes a small, deliberative stroke, then steps back to examine his creation as a whole. Okay, hey, can you hear me? The kobold slowly turns to you. You can't read the expression on his snout, but he certainly doesn't seem pleased. Shebariza Casadalar Tartuk. The kobold points towards his painting. Tartuk, he repeats before turning away. This Tartuk again, it's like he's everywhere. I'm sick of hearing that name. I fear I'm developing a conditioned response. Every time I hear Tartuk, I feel the need to vomit. How can I find Tartuk? Seems Kobold has told you all he intended to. He shows no reaction to your further questions. Yeah, alright. Go on painting. Lovely picture, by the way. Let's just leave him alone. Alright, anything else?
I was successful in my search.
Okay. Ooh, secret door.
I'll go ahead.
I found
Ooh,
something
more
interesting.
stuff. Aw, I feel like I missed a check here. I should be saving, of course.
Child's play.
Nice. Ooh, Cypress Queen's Goblet. That's another one of those
My search was
storytelling
not in
things.
vain.
Child's play.
Ooh, very nice. Let's actually take a look at that gear here before we go too much further. Anything over here, guys? Anything?
The path is clear.
Alright, what do we pick up there? That was a Frost Greatsword. Oh yes, that's the Cypress Queen's Goblet. That's going to be, again, something that's like the Soot Blackened Gloves, where it's going to be part of a story. So, more things like this. Not necessarily more goblets, but probably Cypress related is my guess. And of course, don't forget, of course, our Torax pendants and our tokens of the Dryads, things that we basically just sell to the storyteller for straight up money. That's really nice because it's cheap and easy way to just keep tons and tons of cash on your character. How are we doing on our buffs? Getting low. Getting real low. Alright, we need to hurry up. Let's do a quick save.
Tread lightly.
Enemy near.
Let us strike as one.
Oh, we got trolls. We don't seem to care about the little kobold buddies. Let's stealth a little bit here, shall we?
Hide me from their sight.
Get a better view. Alright. How are we going to handle this? First, quick save. We're not in combat yet. Okay, let's try our grease spell trick.
To victory!
His ass, team. Oh, hell, there's another one in there. I didn't even see him. Peckin'. Why don't you buff yourself up again, bro? Move him out of the way. way. I need to do off-hit move. Flaming buff go off, so let's reactivate it. Just in case.
Aim carefully.
This one's down 2, so we could probably just do the acid splash on him.
Strike as one.
Ooh, he went kibble. Oh, and again. Guys are crushing it.
Let us be careful.
Okay, so first off, we got some treasure. I'm gonna take the stuff that I'm gonna take with the
I'll
gear
go
I can
ahead.
leave behind. We'll take it downstairs. Ooh, another trap trigger thing. I wonder if this one's also a fish.
I don't like surprises.
Let's actually turn this one until we see the fish again. This thing clicked is all somewhere underneath the floor. Oh, it makes that. Okay, so just turning it makes the clicking noise, I guess. So it's to let you know that it's doing something, not necessarily that it's working. Okay, okay, that's fair. Door.
Tread lightly.
I'm gonna get
I
too far in
spotted
here.
something.
Oh, because of shit like that. Traps. Come on, team. Juju B. See this here trap, bro? You think you can pick that for me?
You can thank me now.
Ooh, I sure will, because that's a devourer of metal. That's a longbow that does acid damage. Oh, upgrade. Oh, hell yeah, that's an upgrade. Look at that damage spike. Holy shit. 8 to 28 versus 5 to 12. Oh, but this is still better than the one that I have, so let's actually upgrade me as well. That way I got a nice little magical bow. It's not amazing, but I'll take it, and I'd like the crit range being 4 times when I do crit, so that's not bad. Nice. Very, very nice. Did I see something else in this room? I did see something else in this room. So let's check the whole thing.
The path is clear.
Quick save it. So yeah, we'll take money. Alright, so we've checked out this area, is that correct? We set that to the other fish icon.
I'll go ahead.
Don't know if that did anything, but I guess we'll find that out later. Frost Greatsword. Yeah, not bad. Pretty good haul. Let's keep going. I'm going to take this with us so we can drop it downstairs. Keep all our loot tidy, so to speak. And then when we leave this building, we'll take all that stuff back out with us. Alright.
This requires your attention.
Okay, but before we do stuff that requires my attention, I want to get rid of the heavy stuff that we just picked back up again. Get rid of that. Get rid of these 2 things. Maybe to find a couple more rations somehow. Alright. You feel good about that? Yeah, let's drop that frost sword for now too. We're not going to use it. That'll be something we give to someone like a Miri. Or our alchemist, our grenadier. Remember, he's particularly strong and dexterous, depending on the way which potion I chug. Looks like we have 2 doors and stuff. Save it.
We need to try something else.
Ooh my. 18 to 32. He can do it. What would that be? A 14 or better? Juju B. You got anything else you can buff
any
yourself
brilliant
with?
ideas?
No. Yeah, I got rid of my cat's grace. Boo. Yeah, so I can get the blur. Okay, let's go back to our early save. We're going to come save this guy, so I want to find out what's inside this chest. Anything that's got a DC check that high, I want to know what's inside it. We can make it. It's definitely within the realm of possibility.
We need to try
We're
something
just going to need to
else.
scum it a little bit here just to make sure we pick it up. Again, this is why we bring people like Jubilos. We give him the best gear so that he could have better trap picking skills.
This is not the way it works.
No, it's not. So you better get with the program there, Jubu. We need you to take this out.
We need to try something else.
No, we need to just keep repeating it until you get it right the first time. Stop telling me how to lead my team.
We need to try something else.
Wow, you're rolling really bad. 14, let's see, what would that be? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's 7 times 5. That's a 35% chance. That's a 1 in 3. A little bit better than a 1 in 3 chance, and he's already failed it like 5 times now. He's being kind of a butt. You need to roll better than that, bro.
We need to try something else.
Come on, Jubilost. We're not here all day to walk you pick a lock, man.
Child's play.
Oh my. That was all kinds of cool shit. What was that? Soot blackened hammer. Oh, okay, so that's probably goes with the soot blackened gloves. So however many of those pieces that we need will be part of that story. That's pretty cool. And then a shock frost heavy mace. Oh, freaking awesome. Yeah, bro. Rock that damage. Cold and electric and bludgeoning, and it's a +1 weapon besides. Friggin' sick. We'll just keep that with us. Just because she's rocking the bastard sword, right? Just to make sure I haven't done anything stupid like give her the weapon focus. Yeah, okay. He doesn't have weapon focus yet, does he? No. And there's no guarantee that we need to give it to him. Okay. That was awesome, though.
I'll go ahead.
Let's do another quick save. Need a key. This time we actually do need a key. Okay, that's fair. We have this one, and again, as you can see, we are on the other side of the barrier, so to speak.
You can thank me now.
I didn't say it before that, so I definitely need to thank you, because holy shit, you could have failed that check. Thank you, Jujubee. Okay, now we have been here, is that correct? Yes, okay. So we have another door here. Let's actually save to see if we can pick this lock. Nope, also still need a key. Okay, so that's okay. We had a door here, I believe, and this is definitely a room. Oh, we haven't gone in that room. I wonder if that's where the trap thing is at. The fish statue. Ooh, she's damaged, by the way. I need to probably give her a little bit of healing. A little bit blessed to make sure everybody heals. Or hits pretty good. Let's do a quick AoE heal. Alright, let's do this. Kobold Teacher. Kobold Shaman clad in long flowing robes swaggers back and forth before the gathered trolls and kobolds. His posture is proud, strict, and imbued with dignity. Kobold Teacher says, Borbo, words, listen closely, and speak after. Speak, the kobold student echoes shrilly, then snorts in what might be a laugh. The shaman stares at the student for a while, hissing wordlessly, then turns to the others. Gulb, eat. Gulb, eat. Eat. Borba, meat. They've been calling us meat. Motherfucker. Meat. Borba, meat. The shaman turns and sees you. His eyes go wide and he points his fingers at you. Borba, kill meats. Kill meat.
Victory!
Okay, I guess it's on like Donkey Kong. Let's do this. I am going to do... Whoa. There's more in here than I thought. Web spell. Clearly, we're doing a web spell. Okay. Feel good about that. Everybody dogpile on the trolls. These guys are, if they're stuck in the web, that doesn't mean they are, but if they're stuck in the web, remember they have a penalty to their swing. -2 if I'm not mistaken, then a -4 to their dex, I mean a -4 for any ranged attackers. Anyone casting spells has to do a concentration check, so that's helpful. That doesn't mean we're going to win just because of that, so I'm going to fire off some in here. Boom. That's the name of that tune. Oh, he reflexed out of that. Wow, that's impressive.
Good, you dead.
Okay, that guy back there is starting to be a problem.
Strike +1. Do not come
Everybody kill that guy.
From me.
Thank you. Oh, and thank you, Mr. Level Up. I will take that. What do we got here? For some reason, the trolls haven't broken this piece of dwarven art. Okay, what are we looking at here? Looking at... Is that a dwarf helmet? Or a pyramid? And another pyramid. What the hell is this supposed to be? Feels like that's a face. Like an eye, and there's his nose. Huh. Okay, well, whatever. What else we got?
Look ahead.
Oh, hey. We got traps. That's what we got. Let's quick save that shit. Matter of fact, let's do Harem's level up. Harem is cleric, and we're keeping him cleric probably from start to finish. Note a couple things. First, this is level 5, so we're getting a free feat. So I want to show you something here. So religion, of course, is always his thing. So is perception. If you don't feel that religion isn't all that necessary because he is a really high wisdom, feel free to invest in something else. I'm not going to tell you what not to do. But religion and perception are the two that I'm almost always invested in for him. But notice his charisma was only 11. We're trying to get it to 13. The reason we want it to 13 is because of a feat called Selective Channel. Notice it requires charisma 13 and, of course, the ability to channel energy. What this one does, Tristan already has it, by the way. What this one does is it allows him to heal the team in mass in fights, where therefore he's not healing the bad guys at the same time. Otherwise, you would never do that. Same with the damaging aura, where he literally channels energy to damage the undead. That's supposed to be for bad guys, but if we have Jaethal on the team and she's within the aura, she will get damaged too. So he's completely useless turd when it comes to doing his channel energy ability, unless it's after fights. That's annoying, and we don't like that. So we're working towards that, but we have everything we need. We just need more charisma. On that, though, extra channels are always useful on a cleric, whether we're talking Tristan, whether we're talking Harem. So again, having another 2 channels a day goes in real handy. And remember, we get another die of healing. It starts off at 1d6 AoE heal, and then it goes 2d6, 3d6, 4d6, and on up for every odd level. So 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 7. So again, we've got another upgrade right now. So we're healing even more, which is really, really nice. So I really do like that extra channel idea. I could give him weapon focus and heavy mace. He just got a good one. And again, it'd be a better chance for him to hit. His strength is not stellar anyway. So again, a bonus in the attack would be extremely useful. But I do like the fact we're getting that and we're getting the new spells besides. On that, let's make sure that we get the spells that we need. Like Dispel Magic, Delay Poison Communal. Prayer's nice, but doesn't last long. Searing Light's not Animate Dead. Sometimes it's nice just to have another group of bad guys on the battlefield to take a beating for you. Because of this Delay Poison Communal, that's an hour buff. That's for everyone in the party. You just gather everyone up, including Doggo, and cast that, and he would literally be able to put Delay Poison on everybody for 1 hour. That's a long time. Because that's such a long time, I can now get rid of these effectively and put in something useful like, oh, how about Bone Shakers? Auto hit moves are auto, that's what I was told. And now they're hitting for, what, 5d6 of damage? Just saying. That's not bad. Now, of course, half, of course, if they make the check. I could just as easily take one of these off and do Bull Strength or Bear's Endurance. You know, give someone a buff for their health, give someone a buff for their swing. I can do Whole Person. They work well on trolls. It's not amazing, but it's definitely there. I mean, we got plenty of options, but I still maintain that auto hit moves are pretty solid here. Let's do a quick save.
Yes,
moving his stuff
I'm still here.
to where it needs to be. And user over there. And those don't get upgraded until he rests for the day, by the way.
Each
No, you don't.
brings us closer to the end.
Didn't have the whole team selected. Harem was trying to deactivate the trap.
Child's play.
Oh, what the hell was that? Headband, Inspire Wisdom. We're getting all kinds of cool shit for Harem today. I'll take that. Now, I could put this on Ekon. Remember, he does have Wisdom-based casting, too. He doesn't have many spells, though. He does. And he probably just got himself another upgrade. Yeah, there we go. I'll take another... Let's get rid of Bless. Put Shield of Faith there. Yeah, let's grab Bless. And... What the hell? I like another Shield of Faith. Sure, why not? Definitely worth having.
Rotus awaits us.
Stuff got moved all around it. There we go. Nice. Okay.
Let us be careful.
Get through this web. The only thing I hate about my web spells, that they're there.
The path is clear.
Oh, here's our trap. See the pictures? We'll come back to that here in a second. Let's scope out the rest of the room. Make sure we're not doing something stupid here. Come on here. Usually bookworm. Lady
I'll go
Bones butt over here.
This requires your attention.
Sure does. Save it.
Child's play.
To the yeah.
Let's head
Let's
out.
take a look at this thing. Okay, so we have a sun and a moon, is what it looks like. I think sun was on the other side, on the right side, and then the moon was other. Okay, so what we got here? We got. Can't really make that out. Is that the fish? I think that's the fish. Fish and a lightning bolt. And I'm assuming that we got the right ones. I'll have to go back and change them because we got fish on the left right now and fish on the right, so we'll need to go back and change this to lightning bolt.
Tread lightly.
We'll come back down here anyway because I got a feeling that this is going to trigger something in this room. So let's go all the way over here. Come on, dude skis. Everyone start mocking. We got places to be. Here we go. Page is slower than most. Alright, get out of here.
I am your shield.
Yeah, so get over here.
I am yours to command.
Come on. There we go. I'm good. Actually, let's lighten our load a little. You see that just goes to wherever that pile is. And that's fine with me. No, leave. Okay. So lightning bolt, right? Lightning bolt for the sun dial. And then there was a moon dial, and that was on the other side. And we turned it to a fish already. Why? That seems weird. Yeah, sun disk. Moon disk, yeah, okay. So this should be the only one we have to change. Why? It doesn't look like a sun. It looks like a face. That's our lightning bolt. I have no idea what that's about. That seems weird. Also, I don't understand why we saw the glowing fish icon on the right side. I'm going to show that to you down here, guys, because there might be something I'm missing. And I don't want you to miss it in case it's something that's available. Let me show it to you first. Remember in here where we fought Jazzon? This is where we saw the glowing fish symbol. That's why I assumed that the fish symbol was for up there. So why it's here? I don't think I even saw that symbol up there. Anyway, seems weird is my point. And why are we seeing that on the right side when we don't see anything over here? Well, maybe there is, but it's hidden behind a door that's locked. I'm gonna grab that mushroom back there. You see we got something in the ground here. Oh, hell yeah. Ah, take that. And this is our last doorway we haven't been into yet, I don't think. Do a quick pause. This was Blessed Path. Full plate, +2. +2 to wisdom and charisma. +4 sacred bonus on saving throws against compulsion effects and poisons. If equipped by a paladin, it also gives her the ability to use Smite Evil 2 more times a day. Only equipped by good characters. So I could equip it, but I don't have training in that yet. Val? Can't use it because she's lawful neutral. That's right. Now, how about Harem? He's chaotic neutral. Screw you guys, man. Nobody's good on my team. Well, he is, but he can't wear it. Boo. Boo on you, madam. I would assume that this would be for your character. Unless you are, or you had a mercenary, at the very least. That was good. Maybe a lawful good paladin. That'd be cool. That'd actually a pretty good upgrade, because charisma bonus and wisdom bonus, that's something that both paladins would appreciate. I'd appreciate it, of course, too. Now, the charisma is useless to me, because I already got the headband. But I could then take the headband off and put something else on. Something that gives me armor, for instance, or some damage reduction or whatever, so there's reasons to still want it. So we may not sell it, but I am going to drop it here, because I don't want to tote around that extra weight. I think it's pretty heavy. Now the question is, did we have everything? I feel like we've done everything. Oh, we haven't checked over here. Since we got that key, there's a key missing, right? I don't know what the key is for. We've even used it already. I wasn't even paying attention. But we did find a bronze dwarf key, I want to say. So I don't know what that's for, but let's see if it actually opens up maybe this door. Oh, need a key
The
still.
path is
Okay. Alright, well, so now the question then is are we going to try to engage in whatever the hell's in this room? We are wounded. Clearly we want to either rest up or at least buff up. And our spells are wearing off. But then we still have our delayed poison, and we haven't even used our stinking cloud yet. Remember, those are extremely useful for us. So maybe we will do a quick save and dip a toe in and just see what it has to show for itself. Stealthily, of course. Ooh, hey, here you go.
Let us bide our time.
We will prevail.
A solid.
You see the stink cloud around their heads. They can't attack because of nausea. They can defend themselves, but they're not able to actually do anything, so to speak.
We shall overcome.
Looks like your buffs have already worn off at your weapon battle. Well, alright. You've got a plus going on for your team. In fact, you know, now that I think about it, Harem just leveled up. How close is everybody else to leveling up? I'm a ways. She's reasonably close. Harem just dinged. He's a ways away. She's real close. Ooh. Maybe I need to find out if can she do traps? She has trickery, she's just not good at it. Probably not worth risking it. He's close too. But yeah, we got a couple more people at least that are getting real close to dinging. That's nice. That'll be definitely useful for our team. I do want to kind of go outside and rest though, but let's do another quick save. Get our shrooms. I have one more stinking cloud, so if we have one more fight, I feel okay with that. Not the big fight,
Let us
obviously.
be careful.
Grotus, hide me from their
See,
sight.
we got people that were not immune to the poison effects, as you see. And they actually failed their checks. That's what the stink clouds around their head. So until that wears off of them, we don't want to be attacking anything. Ooh, traitor. Go over here, fellas.
The path is clear. I found something interesting.
Good beans. Coming down to journal, second half. Oh yeah. Old dwarven chest key. That sounds cool. Alright, I think the poison effects worn off everybody that had it on them. Ooh, I heard troll. Aha! Cobalt archer. What the hell are they doing? Alright, we quick save, so I'm gonna kind of inch up a little bit, see if we can spy on these doofuses a little bit. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, you, kobold, this troll's loot. Two huge trolls overhang the group of kobolds. They are pressing their huge fists against their hips and seem irritated. The Cobalt Tower don't seem to be in any way disturbed by the threat the trolls radiate. They rummage busily through the pile of stuff littering the stone floor. Looks like this is the stockpile the trolls had brought back from their recent raids to the neighboring villages. Among the stockpile stuff you can see some filthy rags, a broken table, a door which had been torn off the hinges, and a massive oak bureau. Tartuk, spoils, allows. Targulka see, loot first, share later, Trollball's rule. Trollball looks in the troll's eyes emotionlessly for several seconds, then turns away, having lost the interest in this conversation. For a moment it seems that the troll will hit Cobalt and smash him with a single blow of his huge fist, but the seconds pass and the troll still stands motionlessly over Cobalt, who seems to ignore him completely. Argulka will know. Argulka and Tartuk punish you. Me tell him, the troll announces, at last stomping his feet indignantly. It's hard to say that the Kobold understands the meaning of these claims, but all the enraged troll's shouting has absolutely no effect on him. Having the bureau open, the Kobold fishes out a long black whip. Oh! Raises it above his head and hisses triumphantly. And looks like we're in it. Oh, booms. Oh, this is where that poison cloud's going to come in super handy. So we want to catch as many as possible. Ooh, there's a nice solid tag. Oh, he reflexed out of it. Killed one. These guys are doing fine over here. I'm going to web up these doofuses, though. I want to make sure they stay in that cloud. Just do that thing that you do so well.
Nowhere to run.
Do not hold back.
Nice. Oh yeah. That's getting in the way, but we're okay.
We shall overcome.
Oh yeah. Good team.
A troop.
Oh, that was pretty. Taking it all.
Let's head out.
Find the wizard's whip. That was one of our quests. That's right. That's awesome.
I'm positive I found something.
Hey. Quick save that shit. Another helmet piece. Nice. Good lord, they've been ransacking the villages left and right, haven't they? Alright. Troll treasury. Alright, everybody back out of that shit. Okay. Let's see how we're doing here. This is going to be the main fight. And again, we have that room here. I don't know if they're connected or not. I can't remember. But we can rest. Remember, we do not have enough rations to rest indoors. So that's still going to be a thing. I'm going to take all the loot outside, drop it out there. And we can rest officially. And then we'll come back down for what I'm assuming is our last fight. Maybe another fight over here. Oh, actually, maybe we should check that out first to see if we can beat that fight with what we have on us. Remember, we're trying not to rest multiple times, and this last fight is going to be gnarly. Come on, Harem. Stop being a buzzkill. See you over there, doing nothing. Okay, here he goes.
Silent.
Should be smart about this. Oh, yeah, there it is. Aha. Okay, so looks like we got at least one more fight in our hands before we get inside this to old King Tartuk and Argulka. Now, before we get into this mess, let's buff up with what we can. Cool. I should still have my fire buff on, but since we're wearing them off anyway, might as well reapply it. Since we're resting anyway, might as well heal up. that on autopilot just so it'll do something. You, madam, you have a shield spell you can cast on yourself. You, sir, are... Shut that off for now. I don't mind the extra attack, but I don't like the extra penalty to a swing. We might need him to definitely hit. We have another web spell still. So we do like... Yay, because I don't think they can come this way if there's more guys over there. More likely than not. There are. Oh, hell. Oh, Jesus. Mistakes were made.
Let us strike at
Alright, feel good about that. Bookworm, what do you got? Oh, autopilot some of that shit, will you? Ju, you're tapped. Might as well have her do autopilot on her shocking attack, why not? Not bad. Not bad at all, guys. Not bad at all. Take a look at that. Okay, let's come back over this way.
The path is clear.
With that whip spell. We didn't go have the time to let it die down. Do a quick save though. There may be more pack here. We just got a big group though. But I do want to explore this way. We're definitely capped out though. We really need to go rest.
This requires your attention.
I'm just really leery because we're so close to leveling on some of these people. Like literally, if she could pick a trap, I'd let her do it. Same with her. Oh, matter of fact, you know, let's actually do that. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We'll get the whole team together. He's going to cast his little buff to her. That's another +1 to her trickery check. We'll pass the gloves off from
any brilliant ideas?
Jubilos to her. Remember, he has those trap springer gloves that we gave him. So now she should have an even better trickery check. Not amazing, but it's definitely better. Come on, team. You especially here. I definitely need you up here, bro. Alright, there we go. The reason for this is because he has that cool trick that he can do. The guidance. Cast it on her.
I stand ready.
Save it.
I have managed.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And she is now a level 5 wizard. That's why we did that. Perception's up. Use magic device. Sure, why not? What do I really want to invest in her? I guess I can get Arcana up. Because why not? She's the smarty pants of the team. Maybe Knowledge World, though. Valerie, Elle, Jubilost is better at it, but that's not surprising. And he's not going to be with us all the time. She will be. Or should be. So actually I'm okay with that. She's unlocked most things, as you can see, but wasn't necessary. That's why she didn't have much in trickery. Now we get interesting, because this is where she gets her scroll specialization. Now her DC checks of the scrolls are based off of her intelligence now modifier instead of the lowest intelligence modifier. So actually, just quickly, just to show you what I'm talking about here, let's cancel out of this just to show you. So let's take an example fireball spell. Okay, she could totally slot this. Notice it has a difficulty class of 14, caster level of 5. Caster level is not going to change until she becomes a level 10 Scroll Savant, at which point then it will be caster level 10 or higher. So as long as she's Scroll Savant 10 or more, it treats her caster level of Scroll Savant as the caster level of the scrolls. That's why we're doing this character. But this feat that she just picked up changes the DC check. So instead of being 14, it's actually going to be higher. How do you know how much higher? Well, first off, her intelligence bonus is +5. What was the intelligence bonus for this? Well, that's a good question. DC is base 10 plus the level of the scroll, level 3, or spell in this case, level 3, so it's a 13, plus your intelligence modifier, because that's what casts this type of scroll. Charisma, if of course you're a sorcerer, but she's an intelligence character, she's a wizard. So why is it then only 14? So 13 is what I just said, plus the intelligence modifier, that's a +1. Why is it only +1? Because to be able to cast level 3 spells, you'd have to have an intelligence minimum of 13. That's a +1 modifier. That's why it's 14. So her modifier is +5, not +1. This would go up 4 more points. The DC check now for fireball spells cast from a scroll from her are going to be 3 points higher, or 4 points higher, excuse me. So that's going to be a solid 18 DC check. That's nice. And again, same for other scrolls as well. Like if she were to do this one, it has a level 3 DC of 14. You could add 4 more to that, so it'd be a DC of 18, meaning whole person is going to be more likely to land. That's why this is so cool for her. It's another milestone moment, and it's a milestone moment in that we're getting level 3 spells. So again, let's go back to these. Do like that. All right, now I can do greater spell focus. There's nothing wrong with that to make sure her DC checks are applicable. I can do precise shot, point blank shot. She's got all the stuff that I wanted her to have. I could get a meta magic. I could get dodge. Oh, I could get where's it at? Did you take it already? Oh, maybe it's in the thumbs down category. Yeah, arcane strike. I could do that. Where it treats her caster level, which is not very high. She gets extra damage. It's just a toggle you turn on. It's not the worst thing ever. Same with blind fight. Weapon finesse could be good for her too. But spell specialization for evocation could be good. Spell specialization or spell penetration could be good as well. What do I really want with her though? Probably just straight up dodge, quite frankly. The ability to stay alive is going to be extremely useful for any character. And an extra armor class bump is an extra armor class bump in my opinion. I could work her towards, just so we're clear, I could work her towards using a bow. And remember our point blank shot master? If I gave her a weapon focused in a bow, crossbow, long bow, short bow, whatever we're talking about, I could work her towards, with enough fighter levels or Eldritch Archer levels to get her enough fighter training that she get weapon specialization and point blank master. But that's not something I'm interested in this character. It's better that she stays Scroll Savant from now on. Maybe one more level into Eldritch Archer, and that would probably be at the very end of the build, quite frankly, just to get that Magus Arcana. And then, you know, a little bit more attack bonus. There's nothing wrong with that. But, yeah, I think dodge. From here, remember, she has to have evocation spells at every level so that she can get that free spell slot, right? So she already has a pretty decent list. Hide other levels, because we don't care about them right now. We care about level 3 stuff. Here's Heroism now. Can be added to our list. That's amazing. She already has all these spells accessible. Fireball, of course, being the favorite here. Deep Slumber could be useful. Locking down big groups of dudes. Slow is amazing. Her own Stinking Cloud, which is not the worst idea ever. Battering Blast is awesome. Single target. Force damage to hit check, to be honest, but it's there. Resist Energy Communal could be useful for the team, but I think that Stinking Cloud is really appealing to me too. Because again, having it on both sides, my character and her character, that's the ability to use it multiple times in a day. That's awesome. Let's look at her spell book now. Definitely grabbing that Fireball. It's the only one that can go here. And I can get even more if I want to. That's on me. She's casting at level 5, so it's only going to be a 5d6, but it's still worth having. I could get a nice summon monster in here, but I know the Heroism is amazing, and 10 minutes per level, so that's a 50-minute buff. That's for anyone on the front line for their extra swing. That's a really nice increase to their swing. And I can do that twice if I so choose, or again, like I said, get that Stinking Cloud for some utility. I can get displacement and cast that on, say, Valerie, so she's missed 50% of the time. Doesn't last long, but it's there. And again, there's reasons to want it, but I do like the Stinking Cloud. That's a really nice combo. And we get that buff from Harem now. That's an hour-long buff protection for everybody. Her being able to cast it, me being able to cast it, that's a lot of attack potential. Just big groups of bad guys together, cast Stinking Cloud down at your feet. Everybody's protected except for the bad guys, and you just go to town beating the shit out of them. Yes, some guys are going to be immune, but you can see it even worked on trolls, and they have a high fortitude save. So eventually, they're fighting in the cloud, they will fail it. That's why it's useful for me. But that's perfect. Okay, let's shut that off. Save that mess. I don't think we got much more in us as far as... Oops. I just want to see if someone else can do this trick. Because he's close too. He has no trickery though, see that? 0 ranks, which means he cannot do the check. Jubilas could, he doesn't need it. I could, I don't need it. She can't. Harem can't. So basically it makes more sense to give it the gloves back to Jubilas and just let him do his job, so to speak. He's good at it. That's that whip. There's something sinister about it. I wonder if that's going to come up later. I know we get paid for that. I mean, that's still something of value, don't get me wrong.
You can thank me now.
Thank you. I know we have another door here, but I got a feeling that we're going to get right into the thick of a fight if we get into that mess. So let's actually bounce. Go back outside and rest up. Matter of fact, let's actually check these rooms one more time for keys. We did pick up keys repeatedly recently, didn't we? Just drop this stuff for now, because it's just dead weight. We'll grab it before we leave. What's that? Roll a false life. Hey, you got yourself a scroll. Awesome. So it's Jubilas. Why can we use it twice? Remember, she has that Hand of Magus Dan on. So she scribed it, and it didn't take away from her. That's you, Jujubee. Can you grab this one? He already has it. And no, he can't do Divine Power. It's kind of too much to hope for. What's this one? Resist cold. Do you have resist already? Yeah, she does. And no, he's got that one. Yeah. Okay. Feel pretty good about that though. Let's go back to that. Could have sworn we picked up another key. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Do another quick once over. We'll come back up this way and exit out the front again. Come on, Pokey. Take everything with us. Take it outside and drop it at her feet. Remember, you never know when somebody's going to implode on itself, so again, if you leave it outside, you have a better chance of picking it up, as long as it's a permanent location on our map, where it's not going to just like disappear, we'll never be able to enter it again. We should be able to shuttle our stuff back in and out of here. We still have yet to get into that mess, so that's got to be a thing. But I'm wondering if that's because we haven't beat the main bad guys yet, so the key will get us into that area. Clearly we're missing a key still. And you should always, by the way, since we've leveled up, you should always be on the lookout for other stuff that you suddenly ping for, like, oh, did you see that? Because every time that someone levels up, remember, we're giving them more perception. They have a chance then to do another perception check. So if we missed it the first time around, suddenly you could be like, hey, what's that? And poof, you have new gear, something else to pick, another trap to disarm. So if you hear something, you know, like I said, keep an ear out for that kind of stuff. Okay.
Open to your orders.
Again, doing our little trick. Saving it.
Be on guard. Done.
Nice. Do it again. Put his gear back on. Saving it. We'll drop off our treasure right next to this pile of treasure. To lighten our load. Make sure, of course, there's nothing in there that we really want to have. We've been flying through pretty quickly here. It's entirely possible I'm missing something and said, oh, I don't need that. Turns out I do. So we need to take a quick gander at that. After everybody gets over here. Poof. Okay, so we know we can't use that right now. So let's drop it. Same with the Demolisher. Well, we'll keep it. You never know in that fight that's coming up. We could need it. Great sword. Valerie could use it, but then she would have to give up her tower shield, and I'm not willing to do that. I could use it, but I'd rather have my Agile Rapier, quite frankly. I do almost as much damage, quite frankly, and I have a better crit range. Yeah, it's got the built-in frost damage, I suppose. But, nah, pass. Harem could use it, but then he'd give up his Shock Frost Heavy Mace. Oh, he can't even use it. Never mind, take that back. Ekandayo could use it, but again, he's going to stay ranged. These guys are definitely not wanting to pick that up. Even if she can't use it, she's not going to. So we'll drop that for now. Want a Macedero. I might want to just equip that, though. Oh, what else we got? Oh, let's drop this stuff. Boom. This one, too. Definitely drop these. And these as well. Still not enough to bring us back into the underside, so let's keep dropping some stuff. Getting close. Okay, we should be technically no penalty right now. I don't like it being that close. We'll drop off a few more things just because they're the cheap stuff. That's why I have it ordered in price from highest to lowest, so we can get rid of the cheapies. And if I forget about it or never come back, or we lose them because we're not allowed to come back in, let's do those two, then that's fine. It sucks. It's what it is. But at least I don't have to worry about it so much. All right, quick save. Go outside. Oh, first let's actually check our spell books. Mine doesn't matter because I'm going to get spells regardless. His, let's just revamp everything. This is the best way of doing this. Make sure it's not something that we're missing out on. Okay, so level 1. Protection from Law or True Strike. Doesn't matter. Might as well grab True Strike. I do like having Shield of Faith, as we know. First 3 guys. We assume that we're going to get one more fight, maybe 2. So that should last us 4 or 5 minutes a pop. That should be both fights, I'd say. Same with Bless. Is there anything else in here I can benefit from? Fear. Tartuffe might try to fear us. That is true. Bane could have been another good choice. Penalty to the bad guys. Will says would be bad on a troll, I'd imagine. That could be useful, but again, I do like the fear protection. That's not a bad idea. Oops. Sorry. Here, protection from law, communal, past, bone shaker, definitely. Anything else in here that could be useful for us? Summon monster. Bull strength, sure. Bears endurance, sure. Aid, sure. Without Lindsay, remember that morale bonus comes in nice. But we have someone else that has heroism coming up here soon. Let's do... what do I want? Honestly, I think I just want more Bone Shaker, quite frankly. Let's not get crazy here. Let's do Bone Shaker mostly and something else. It's good to diversify at least a little. Aid. Bull Strength. So Paralysis could come in handy. Lesser Resto could come in handy. Summon small elemental. We'll get summon an elemental on the jackass. Like a fire elemental on him. Just be a jerk. May not be amazing, but it could take a beating for us. What's the Arrow of Law? Nah, that's weird. Old person might. Honestly, I still think I want Bone Shaker. As weird as it is. Between these two, Dispel Magic. Now, I will say this. For a Rage, notice that it's bad guys or good guys, right? Well, all allies. There we go. Bonus to Strength and Con, bonus to Will Saves, penalty to Armor class for everyone in a circle. It's a weird upgrade. But you can't cast spells under the effect, which is not the worst thing ever. But it's definitely an odd one. Searing Light could be interesting. Or that's a Ray spell. We did say we wanted our Delay Poison Communal though, so we could stand in our Poison Cloud. Our Stinking Cloud, excuse me. And that's a nice one and done spell. From here, we could go Resist Energy Communal, because again, if we are worried about fire protection or acid or whatever else we're going to be beaming in that area, we can protect ourselves. Animate Dead now is a good choice though still. So we're still picking the same spells. Okay, so it still made sense. This would allow us to summon bad guys, like say if we get caught in our own web spell, he could cast this spell on the other side of the web and poof, we have bad guy, or good guys I should say, on our side, on their side of the web. That could come in handy. So let's do that. And that's all his. Shield spell multiple times, reduce person for himself. I don't want to do that, that's a waste. Let's do, where's our direct hit, target bombing mixture? Yeah, if we're going to get all his bombs back, why not have them be awesome? What this is going to do is basically allow him to single target somebody like, I don't know, maybe the Troll King, and acid bomb, acid bomb, acid bomb for maximum damage. That'll be nice. From here, let's revamp all yours, kid. What do you think? And don't forget, of course, your Magus ones too. He's going to buff you with shield spell, so there's no real reason for you to have shield spell multiple times. We did like having grease spell on the fly. And while magic missile would be nice, it's only a 1 because she's only caster level 2 as far as the magi levels are concerned. So Stone Fist, pass. Snowball would be 2d6 of damage. Color Spray could be okay. Raven Feedment, ooh, doesn't last long though. Yeah, pass. If it was a minute, it'd be a different story. Honestly, I just want another grease spell. And maybe another True Strike if I really needed to hit, for instance. That's not the worst thing ever. Okay, so that's for her Magi levels. Wizard now, level 1. Magic Missiles, she would be getting 3 of them now. So we'd be doing 2 to 5 points of damage per times 3. So 6 minimum, 15 maximum. Compare that to Ear Piercing Scream. Again, another auto hit move. Per 2 caster levels, so 5 didn't do her any good, so she's only at 2d6 still, so 2 minimum, 12 maximum. So Magic Missiles is now better. Nice. Obviously not better if he has shield spell on. Remember, Tartuk is a sorcerer type, so it's possible that that would be a complete bad idea. But that's why we have other spells besides. So again, feel free to slop in an Ear Piercing Scream. Definitely want to reduce person on her though for some protection and a better chance to hit with her bow. Shield spell's going to come from Tartuccio. Which, by the way, did I go through his? Yeah, he has Bark Skin 3 times. Blur for her. That'll be helpful. Feel good about that. Now, Scorching Ray. She's level 5, not 4. But it's at 4, 7, and 11. So she's still only getting 1 beam. Burning Arc, on the other hand, is amazing. Bounces through them. And 1d6 per caster level. So she's doing 5d6 of damage to the first guy that gets hit. Obviously that'd be Tartuccio, or Tartuk, excuse me. And then the other one for the Troll King, he's going to be immune to fire more likely than not, so this isn't going to do shit against him. So it's what it is. But it's the only one we can pick at this level. For free stuff, anyway. Web spell is still useful. I'll grab 2. Detection of Ramirez might be useful. Mirror Image could be useful for herself. Cat's Grace could be useful. Glitter Dust. Acid Arrow. Great Pit. Ooh. That could be interesting. That could be real interesting. Take like Tartuccio out of the fight, for instance. Just suck him down into a pit. Doesn't last forever, but 5 rounds is a long time for us to be not worried about Tartuccio when beating the shit out of his friend. He does reflex save pretty good though, I imagine, so that's probably not the best idea. Might work on the troll. That'd be funny. Honestly, I think I just want another web spell though. Yeah. From here, I have to pick Fireball here because there's only a green one. Doesn't mean I don't want to pick more of them. I'm grabbing a Stinking Claw for sure. And I think I will grab that Displacement for Val. Because that will come in handy. I know Heroism would be nice. An extra +2 to our swing would be amazing. Having said that though, I just can't justify it versus miss me 50% of the time. Just saying, that comes in super handy. So if we have that on like the main tank, and then like Blur from him on like my secondary character, my main character, then these two guys are pretty much untouchable, hopefully, for that fight. So I'm cool with that. He's got his. No reason to change them. No, Entangle. Lasts for a good long while. Basically, it's just a web spell that's not a web spell. It's a very weird spell. Hurricane Bow. More damage. What's this one getting us again? Better ranged attack. Oh, okay. Yeah, I definitely want that on him. And I do want the Acid Maw on his buddy, so that's okay. Alright. I think we got everything we need, guys. Let's do this. Right there. It's going to be a rough fight. Trying to think how long this video's been going on. Let's rest and get right back to the door. We'll probably actually save it there and call it quits for the day. Let's rest. First save. Rest. We'll use the rations so we can speed this up. Remember, we are on a time crunch still. So we only need 4 rations now. That's helpful. And that Maintain Armor is going to be a nice buff for her for many hours. So she'll have a nice solid +1 to her armor class. And I'll just make the same crappy meal I always make.
You know, Jubilost, I believe your bleaching is not a curse but a gift. You live exactly as long as the world seems interesting to you, and then you leave when you tire of it.
A curious observation. I admit I haven't looked at this problem from such a viewpoint. I think I must disagree with you, but you've given me some food for thought.
Look at there. They're getting along already. Spoiled meal. How dare you? Yeah, I knew it was going to happen. Entrevous, kind sirs. Okay. We're probably not healing in the middle of battle, so it's okay that Harem's going to be using his gift to top us off. Remember, we got a nice little buff for that as well. Stuffs are all out of place, so I'm just going to take everybody over to the spot. We will top off with his 5 channel positive energy heals. And remember, now they're healing for even more. They're 3d6 instead of 2d6. So minimum of 3, maximum of 18. That's a really nice increase for us. Okay.
I will protect.
Sure will. Take that off, buddy. And I want to do quick save again.
Completed.
Nice. Just checking to make sure it's not changing in number. 18. And I did drop off my gear out here, right? Yes, I did. That's why we're so light. Okay. So, the team can come back inside.
The path is clear.
Cool. Wow, this is going to be a gnarly fight too, I got a feeling. This guy is tough. I fought him before on a solo character, and it was brutal. There was a trick to it. As a matter of fact, I will show you the trick before we call this video quits. The trick, per se, we have to get to the next floor for me to show it to you. The trick is basically you can separate him from Tartuccio because they're both there side by side. One casting spells, the other one is beating the shit out of you and your team, and brutally doing so. I mean, he is a prick. So the king of the trolls is an asshat. You can take him out. It's not easy, but can be done. And you can do it solo. So if you can do it solo, surely with a team like this, we should be able to wail on him. It may take a few tries, which is why I'll do it on the next video, because it's probably come saving day. But because he's next to Tartuccio is our real issue. Remember this little pit right here is where the spiders were at, if you recall, from a video ago. We fought in the room, cleared the room out. At least I think we did. And you can leave your whole team here,
Tread lightly.
except for one person. And that one person that you don't leave here, you'll shut the AI off of everybody, I should say it that way. The one person you don't leave there is the toughest person you have that has the ability to cast either invisibility on themselves or have an invisibility potion that they can cast on themselves. You know, chug it. And what you do is when you get to the fight into this room here with the big bad guys, you leave. You literally buff up with like Expeditious Retreat, so you run faster than that damn troll son of a bitch, or haste, or two, and you leave. He will follow you. Tartuk does not. You take the king of the trolls on a merry little chase where he's constantly trying to wail on you, you get to about here, maybe right around here, and you chug that potion. It'll break contact with him. He'll say, fuck this, and start walking back to where he was at. And then you can get the whole team to come out and wail on the guy separate from him and Tartuccio. Again, you can do that. It's a weird trick, but it's the best way to do it if you really are having problems with this fight. And I can see it. I'm not judging anybody for having a difficulty with this fight. This is a very, very tough fight. But for instance, quick save before I mess this up. Okay, he's only down by 2. She's full, everyone else is full. I feel good about that. I'll put all the spells and stuff back where they belong, but basically this is where we're going to call quits for the day, guys. My name is Brothermutant. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, tell me what you guys think. The next mission will be fighting King Hargulka and King Tartuk, and that's what you're going to see next, guys. But with that, I'll see you guys soon. Bye now.